Dear students, welcome to the course Science of Consciousness in Ancient India, and this is lecture 17. In the last lecture I explained you the fluctuations of consciousness. Now I am taking you ahead the few things which are related with the fluctuations itself. You can see in this diagram there is a cycle, fluctuations and impressions. So once you need to first of all we need to understand what impression is. Once you see something, you have the memory about it, and that memory is nothing but the impression created by any kind of fluctuation. So that's why this is a cycle. Once you see something, immediately you would carry its impression. This is a kind of cycle. So you can see cycle of fluctuations and impressions, how it works. First of all, if in the examination suppose you are being asked classify fluctuations of consciousness. So क्या लिखेंगे? Fluctuations of consciousness, classify them. As per the previous lecture, what would you write? Clished and aclished. Okay. Now these clished and aclished fluctuations are also classified as per their properties of the chitta. So even if we all are having common pattern of perception or inference or agam, but still that gets changed because of the property of our chitta. A sattvic person, a sattvic chitta would be acquiring the knowledge through direct perception, that is sattva dominating. So a kind of sattvic person will be all continuously in a kind of quest of knowledge. एक सात्विक पर्सन का परिचय कैसा होगा कि वो हमेशा उन चीज़ों को देखना, जानना या इन्फर करना पसंद करेगा जो नॉलेज से रिलेटेड है, विच आर इल्यूमिनेटिंग इन नेचर, विच इल्यूमिनेट योर इंटेलेक्ट, एंड ऑलवेज ट्राई टू हैव लाइटनेस इन द वेट in the body structure, so that one can perform more and more things. This is a kind of property of sattvic chitta. If a rajasic chitta is there, the rajasic chitta would always try to get the information from direct perception, inference or agam as rajas dominating. What kind of things? Like you are not willing to know a lot of the things, you are willing to travel a lot. आपको बहुत घूमना पसंद है, क्यों? Rajas dominate करता है, activity dominates. In the same way, if the chitta is tamasic, automatically you would like to sleep. कुछ नहीं करना चाहता हूँ. I just want to sit and get some money for my survival. I don't want to do anything. Grossness in the body and shutting down the intellect. No attraction towards the cognition of the things which are knowledge dominating or knowledge oriented. So this is how, even if we perceive clished and aclished fluctuations, then again they can be classified as per sattvic, rajasic and tamasic, that means a property of the chitta. So you can see the three types of fluctuations, sattvic, rajasic and tamasic, they lead to similar kind of impressions. Suppose you have watched a horror movie, आपने रात को प्लान बनाया था कि हम जा कर के वो मूवी देख कर आएंगे और आप देख करके आ गए. So direct perception, through the direct perception you were engaged in watching a movie through direct perception. Clear? This is a fluctuation. So you are receiving stimuli through direct perception in a kind of fluctuation coming through direct perception. Now because of that kind of process you have the impressions in your mind. अब मूवी तो हॉरर थी तो उसमें बहुत सारी चीज़ें थी जो या तो राजसिक थी या तामसिक थी. Means they were creating a kind of fear in your psyche. Fear creates a kind of numbness in the sympathetic and parasympathetic systems. You won't be able to perform a lot of the things. You just want to close your eyes and sleep क्योंकि आप बहुत डर गए हैं. ठीक है. So अब क्या हो रहा है? The same kind of direct perception has created that kind of impression that you are not able to forget the impressions that you carry. अब रात भर आपको नींद आने की कोशिश में थे लेकिन नींद आई नहीं. क्यों? क्योंकि डर लग रहा था. Even if you were going for a washroom, then also you were recalling the same things which you have seen in the movie. Why? Because of the incarnations that are there in the form of some kind of impressions. that those impressions which are being created because of the direct perception of some kind of things. Clear? So होता क्या है, ये impressions आपको एक नई cycle में enter करा देते हैं. If you are continuously watching some kind of sattvic things or through direct perception or inference or agam, you would be having sattvic impressions for that, and sattvic impressions would again take you back to the cognition of the sattvic fluctuations or sattvic things. If you are having rajasic, you would be having rajasic impressions and the cycle goes on. Tamasic, then again tamasic impressions would again take you to the same kind of things which are tamasic in nature in the form of fluctuations. So this is a cycle. You would never be able to cross or take an exit from this cycle. This is the problem we all had. Even if you are watching some kind of things, you are not able to actually identify what was the sattvic content, what how much percent or proportion was sattvic, how much percent or proportion was rajasic, how much proportion was tamasic. In a single movie itself, तीनों चीज़ें हो सकती हैं. तो अब आपका चित्त जैसा है, आप उसी चीज़ को ज़्यादा डोमिनेटिंगली, और यू कैन से इन अ काइंड ऑफ डोमिनेंसी, यू वुड बी रिसीविंग दोज काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स इन द फॉर्म ऑफ इम्प्रेशंस. दे आर गोइंग टू बी इनकारनेटेड इन द मेमोरी वेरी डीप. जैसा चित्त होगा वैसे ही इम्प्रेशंस सबसे ज़्यादा प्रबल हो जाएंगे. If your chitt is tamasic itself, automatically tamasic impressions would dominate in your psyche, in the impressions also, and they would again take you to get entangled into the fluctuations which are tamasic. So this is a cycle, never ending cycle. एक के बाद एक आप करते ही चले जाएंगे. Reflex में आ जाता है. It becomes involuntary in nature. You won't be able to make a control over that. After some time आपको लगेगा कि मैं इसका एडिक्ट हो गया हूँ. I am obsessed with these things. आपको ये फील होने लगेगा. आफ्टर सम टाइम यू वुड फील लाइक आई एम ऑब्सेस्ड विद दीज थिंग्स, जस्ट लाइक वी ऑल आर ऑब्सेस्ड विद द मोबाइल फोन्स और द स्क्रीन्स राइट नाउ. ऑब्सेशन क्रिएट हो चुका है, उसमें हम जा चुके हैं बिकॉज ऑफ दिस साइकिल. फ्लक्चुएशंस क्रिएट इम्प्रेशंस, अगेन इम्प्रेशंस टेक अस टू watch or to create or to get attracted towards the same kind of fluctuations. So it's an unending cycle. And once so here what is being said, if you are trying to get an exit from this cycle, if you wish to take an exit from this cycle, you need to dominate your sattvic fluctuations. Even if you are watching a content, you cannot identify the how much proportion is sattvic, how much proportion is rajasic, how much proportion is tamasic. Even if you are watching that content, you need to do a filtering. In Sanskrit the word is used nirashira vivek. Nirashira vivek is what? आपको सब कुछ मिलता है परोस करके. You are getting a gift in which there is a package of all the things. Still your discriminative knowledge, your discriminative intellect is sophisticated enough to actually do a neer kshira vivek. What is neer means pani, jal. Kshir means amrit. क्या केवल पानी है और क्या अमृत है, इसको डिस्क्रिमिनेट करने की क्षमता किसमें है? Your intellect possess that. So even if you are having a complete package of all the possible different proportions of sattvic, rajasic, tamasic, you are able to identify which proportion or which content is sattvic in that, and you need to make the dominancy of the sattvic. This much can be done. कंट्रोल से, वॉलेंट्री कंट्रोल से हम इतना कर सकते हैं. सो वी हैव टू मेक अ वॉलेंट्री कंट्रोल ओवर एक्यूमुलेटिंग द सात्विक इम्प्रेशंस ओनली. सो आपके साथ ही आप जस्ट यू डू एन एक्सपेरिमेंट, यू टेक 3 or 4 persons with you, 4 or 3 or 6 or 9, go in a group to watch the same movie, and then after coming back prepare a questionnaire and then get an analysis. किसका क्या रिस्पॉन्स है, आपको पता चल जाएगा कि एज पर द प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ द चित्त, ईच एंड एवरी पर्सन इज हैविंग डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स टू विच द पर्सन इज गेटिंग स्टक. एक व्यक्ति को वो सीन बहुत अच्छी लगी होगी जहाँ किसी का मर्डर हुआ था, एक व्यक्ति को वो पसंद आया होगा जहाँ एंडिंग बहुत अच्छी थी, जस्टिस हो गया था, ट्रूथ विंस. after identifying or analyzing the content, you would be able to identify that chitta is the deciding factor, and if we make a control or we make a or we wish to get an exit from the cycle, we have to accumulate the sattvic impressions, so that again we can go back to the sattvic fluctuations, and again sattvic impressions will be coming back to us. Slowly, once you are able to make this thing in practice, you would take an exit. It's not going to happen in one day. Remember, एक दिन का कार्य नहीं है योग. It's a long term process, but in the longer duration you would be finding that you have taken an exit from the cycle of tamasic and rajasic fluctuations. You are now able to make a control over them. आपको पता चल जाता है कि इसमें नहीं जाना है, ये मेरा रास्ता नहीं है. Even if you are in the mid of so many things, you would be able to take an exit. So this is the cycle of fluctuations and consciousness, fluctuations and impressions. Now the second part says how to restrict the fluctuations. If you are trying to come out from the cycle of impression and fluctuation, this is first way, क्योंकि ये रोज होगा आपके साथ, सबसे पहला यही काम करना है. After that, once you are able to make a control over the cycle of fluctuation and impression, now what is required? You have to restrict the fluctuations also. इसमें भी बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं जाना है, मतलब अब you made a kind of habit of watching the movie regularly. अब आप अगर हर दिन एक मूवी नहीं देख रहे हैं तो आपको लगता है आप एग्जिस्ट ही नहीं कर पाएंगे, सर्वाइव ही नहीं कर पाएंगे. ऑब्सेशन. सेम थिंग इज हैपनिंग विद you when you are talking to someone else. If you are in the hostel, you are a new boy or new girl, you are very introvert, you are not having so many friends, you are not able to kind of make an adjustment in the new surroundings, then you are stuck to talk, just to talk to somebody on phone. ये क्या है? एक ऑब्सेशन है, डिपेंडेंसी है. धीरे धीरे क्या होता है, आप उसमें पूरी तरह फंस जाते हैं, कंप्लीट डिपेंडेंसी हो जाती है. वो ऑब्सेशन आपका इतना ज़्यादा डोमिनेट कर जाता है कि आपको लगता है कि अगर मेरी बात नहीं होगी इस व्यक्ति से तो मैं सर्वाइव नहीं कर पाऊँगा. दिस हैपन्स इन द फर्स्ट स्टेज. सो दिस ये क्या है, ये जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ अब आपको कहाँ पे आ गए, यू हैव टू स्टॉप द फ्लक्चुएशन, एस्टैब्लिश अ कंट्रोल ओवर द फ्लक्चुएशंस ऑल्सो. इट्स नॉट लाइक योर एग्जिस्टेंस इज डिपेंडेंट ऑन एनी ऑफ द कंस्टिट्यूएंट्स विच आर अदर देन यू. For your existence, you are sufficient, we are sufficient, an individual is sufficient, and to understand that thing we have to restrict the fluctuations also. So this is the path. You can see the diagram is saying first stage. First of all, you have to stop the fluctuations. That means you need to make a control over the क्लिष्ट fluctuation. प्रमाण, विपर्य, विकल्प, निद्रा, स्मृति, इन सब पर control establish करना होगा. Even if you are able to establish a control over all these 5 fluctuations, then there is a chance that you are going to get the impressions or guiding ideas just because of these fluctuations inside of you, sometimes from within. सब कुछ आपने कर लिया है कंट्रोल, उसके बाद भी आपको कुछ ना कुछ आइडियाज़ आते जाते हैं. आइडियाज़ कैसे होते हैं? गाइडेटिंग आइडियाज़. They are just conceptual creations. For example, you are creating some kind of story. आपने देखा है कुछ ऐसे बहुत से व्यक्ति मिलेंगे आपको. There are few persons who are engaged in overthinking, a lot of overthinking. For example, you have written an application and you have to get the signatures of your teacher. अब इस पूरे process में काम कितना है कि without even thinking twice or thrice, you just take the application and get it signed. But because of the overthinking, few people start creating the narrations. What if the madam would not sign? What if the application is declined? What if? So many optional creations, guiding ideas inside of your mind. So you have to make a control over the guiding ideas also. The second stage. आपने सब कुछ कंट्रोल कर लिया है जो वेकेंट स्टेट के फ्लक्चुएशंस हैं. यू आर एबल टू कंट्रोल योर सेंसेस सो दैट यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू बी ऑब्सेस्ड विद एनी काइंड ऑफ फ्लक्चुएशन, बट स्टिल देयर वुड बी इनसाइड थॉट्स. इनसाइड थॉट्स पे कंट्रोल पाना बहुत मुश्किल काम होता है. बहुत सारे बच्चे इसमें फंस जाते हैं क्योंकि इससे बाहर ही नहीं आ पाते. Overthinking becomes a process that you are not able to actually concentrate on the contemporary or the current coordinates of time and space. For example, right now whatever I am teaching, very few students are able to catch is as it is because of their condensed power of concentration. Rest of all are engaged in so many things. There would be some ideas inside of their minds, they are thinking about that only. So few of the words are going inside of them and then they are just vanishing, but they are not able to grasp the concept as it is. कारण क्योंकि बहुत सारे आइडियाज़ आपके अंदर चल रहे हैं. इवन इफ़ यू आर ट्राइंग, यू हैव मास्टर्ड द फ्लक्चुएशंस और कंट्रोलिंग द फ्लक्चुएशंस, देन ऑल्सो यू हैव टू स्टॉप द गाइडेटिंग आइडियाज़ इनसाइड ऑफ अस विच आर जस्ट अ कॉन्सेप्चुअल क्रिएशन. वो और नहीं है, वो रियलिटी में एग्जिस्ट नहीं कर रहे हैं. ऐसा कुछ अभी तक हुआ नहीं है, लेकिन आपने उसको पहले से सोच लिया है कि ऐसा हुआ तो ऐसा कैसे हो जाएगा. सो सेकेंड साइड इज नॉट इन योर हैंड्स, बट स्टिल यू आर ट्राइंग टू गेट द और टू क्रिएट द सेकेंड साइड कि ऐसा हुआ तो, मैं वहाँ पे गया, मैंने ये बात कही, सामने वाले ने मना कर दिया तो. सो ये क्या है, आपका अपना क्रिएशन है, conceptual creation. You have to make control over that also. After this first stage, you have to make the control over your guiding ideas. Third stage, samskar. Because this process is continuous, going on continuously inside of you, so it becomes a pattern. ये पैटर्न हो जाता है उसकी पर्सनालिटी का, उसकी आइडेंटिटी का, कि अब वो व्यक्ति, आपको पता चलने लग जाएगा कि वो क्या है. वो इन संस्कृत वर्ड इज यूज दिवा स्वप्न. दिवा स्वप्न देखता है, डे ड्रीमर है, वो डे ड्रीमर है, वो अपने आप ही सोचता है और दिन में सपने देख करके पूरी कहानी बना लेता है. सो धीरे धीरे क्या होगा, वो आपकी आइडेंटिटी, आपकी पर्सनालिटी का आइडेंटिफिकेशन मार्क बन जाएगा आपकी वो ओवर थिंकिंग, बिकॉज इट वुड बिकम द पार्ट ऑफ द इम्प्रेशन, डीप रूटेड इम्प्रेशंस. सो दैट इज नोन एज संस्कार निरोध. संस्कार निरोध का मतलब है आपको अब क्या करना है, यू हैव टू स्टॉप द इम्प्रेशंस ऑल्सो. सो इन बिटवीन द साइकिल ऑफ फ्लक्चुएशन एंड इम्प्रेशन देर इज समथिंग विच इज गाइडेटिंग आइडियाज. So in the process of dominancy or creating the dominancy of sattvic impressions also, you have to be very careful with these pratyay nirodha. प्रत्यय निरोध नहीं हो पाया तो आपके क्या होंगे, संस्कार जो इम्प्रेशंस हैं वो लगातार क्रिएट होते चले जाएंगे. इसको रोकना होगा. वंस यू आर एबल टू स्टॉप द फ्लक्चुएशंस, देन यू स्टॉप द गाइडेटिंग आइडियाज इनसाइड ऑफ यू, देन यू मेक देन ओनली यू आर गोइंग टू द स्टेट और टू अचीव दैट स्टेट वेयर यू कैन एक्चुअली स्टॉप द इम्प्रेशंस ऑफ दैट संस्कार निरोध. अदरवाइज होता क्या है, देयर आर फ्यू पीपल हु ट्राई टू मेडिटेट अ लॉट. आपको ऐसे बहुत से लोग मिलेंगे जिन्होंने जो आपको बहुत कॉन्फिडेंस से कहेंगे कि मैंने योग सिद्ध किया है, मैंने योग के लिए बहुत एफर्ट किए हैं. स्टिल उनकी पर्सनालिटी में आप कभी ना कभी उनका क्रोध देख लेंगे. जैसे मैंने आपको बहुत से एग्जाम्पल लास्ट कोर्स में भी दिए थे. फॉर एग्जाम्पल दुर्वासा ऋषि, ही इज़ अ ऋषि बट ही इज़ पॉपुलरली नोन फॉर हिज एंगर. क्यों? क्योंकि चित्त ऐसा है ही नहीं कि आप उस पर इटरनली कंट्रोल इस्टेब्लिश कर ले जाएं. तो आपका कोई ना कोई प्रोडक्ट, कोई ना कोई इम्प्रेशन डोमिनेट कर ही जाएगा. ये कहाँ से आ रहा है? बिकॉज ऑफ द इनकारनेटेड इम्प्रेशंस. Incarnated impressions are so hard that even if you have mastered samadhi for once, again you can be caught very easily in the lower stages of existence of chit, kshipta, mood, vikshipta. So even if you have mastered the niruddha chitta for once or experienced the niruddha state of the chitta for once or while, then again you are susceptible enough to be caught by the lower stages of the chitta, mood, kshipta, vikshipta, etc. So there are chances of coming back to the lower stages also. इसीलिए इन सब पर ध्यान रखना पड़ेगा, इन सब पे काम करना पड़ता है. और ये काम एक दिन का नहीं होता कि एक बार कर लिया तो आप सिद्ध हो गए, अब आप मुक्त हो गए. इटर्नल लिबरेशन, नथिंग, देयर इज नो कॉन्सेप्ट लाइक इटर्नल लिबरेशन. कोई इटर्नली लिबरेट नहीं होता है. यू कैन ओनली जस्ट बी प्रमोटेड और डिमोटेड. आइदर यू अपग्रेड योर चित्त, प्रमोटेड, आइदर यू आर कमिंग बैक टू द लोअर स्टेजेस, डिमोटेड. This is the only thing which is happening right now universally. So the method of restriction of fluctuations and impressions is a kind of stepwise order. First of all, you need to make a control over fluctuations, then you stop the guiding ideas, then you are supposed to stop the impressions. so that you cannot be caught by the impressions also. Impressions in what sense? Just apply the same concept for so many past births. I told you, just take an example. This is a hard device, hardcore structure. You have a memory card inside of it. So a kind of memory card can be taken out from the hard structure and then given to the another hard body, right? So अब ये क्या है, ये जो link memory card है जो अलग अलग hard bodies को acquire कर रहा है, वो पूरे पीछे के सारे births को लेके चल रहा है और सारे birth के impressions कुछ और नहीं आपकी memory है. So a kind of bigger memory card you are already carrying with you. And if you are not able to actually stop all kinds of impressions from the previous births also, you are not going to be called as a Siddha Yogi. योग सिद्ध करना इतना छोटा काम नहीं है. It's not a superficial thing. Very deep understanding is required for understanding how to stop the samskaras. Samskaras can vary from this birth to the past births. You are completely unaware about them. So this is something which is the path. From this itself you can see the cycle of sufferings, because I told you first fluctuation is klishta fluctuation. Klesh hetukaha karmashaya prachaya kshetri bhutaha klishta. Klesh hetukaha means they are being created by kleshas. Klishta fluctuations are created by kleshas, and I told you klesh in general understanding we understand the word suffering. क्लेश मत करो, तो sufferings को क्लेश कहते हैं. So you can see the cycle of suffering. अब in the cycle of suffering also we have starting from avidya, asmita, rag, dvesh, abhinevesh. कितने हो गए total? 5. These 5 are in cycle one by one. I will take very simple example. You just go back to the days when you just joined NIT Rourkela, the day 1. ठीक है, वहीं से शुरू करते हैं. The day 1 first is avidya, ignorance. Ignorance is what? It's not knowing anything. ऐसा नहीं है. Ignorance is limited knowledge. Inside circle, you have to draw both the circles in the examinations whenever the question is being asked. Draw the cycle of sufferings or explain the process of sufferings. In the state of avidya or ignorance, we have limited knowledge. Limited knowledge. So once the day 1 you were joining the NIT Rourkela, you had limited knowledge about everything, about the professors, about the campus, about procedures, everything. Limited knowledge, clear? That limited knowledge is generating asmita. What is asmita? Dominated I-ness. I am now in NIT Rourkela. Happiness. Everyone is happy. Oh, I have joined. You informed all your friends. I have joined NIT Rourkela. So you have circulated the information and you are very happy. You are linking yourself with NIT Rourkela. So your dominant I-ness links you with NIT Rourkela. So your ego individuality, your dominant I-ness dominates. The moment you are having information that I have received, I have got the admission in NIT Rourkela and now I am in NIT, I am an NITian. आपको ये ego आ गई. आपने relation बना लिया, अपना relation किसी और के साथ, यानी NIT Rourkela के साथ आपका एक relationship establish हो गया. Third, क्या हो रहा है? Very happy. सुख, खुशी है ना? सुख देखिए, pleasure. You are very happy because you are in NIT Rourkela. You have joined it. You are very happy. सुख, क्योंकि आपको बहुत सुंदर भविष्य दिखाई दिया कि मैंने जो मेहनत की थी वो सफल हुई, मैं यहाँ पहुँच गया. I am happy. So pleasure part is there. सुख. See, सुख के साथ क्या आया? Your attachment. Okay, fine. Now I am in NIT Rourkela. You have the attachment with your institution. Rag. This is rag. So take the same thing. अब थोड़ा और elaborate करते हैं. You have spent 1 month. ठीक है, joining के बाद आपने 1 महीना बिता लिया है. Now you have got few friends. अच्छी दोस्ती हो गई है. In the beginning itself you have got good friends and now you are comfortable enough in the campus. So you are now you have started regularly doing breakfast with the friend, then going to the classes, then coming back and enjoying the campus, enjoying the club activities, everything. 2 to 3 months you are with in that kind of mood. Clear? Complete attachment with the happiness, with the pleasure, you are in a state of attachment, rag. Suppose after 3rd month, the person with whom you were so much comfortable, you were taking breakfast with the person, you were going to attend the classes with the same person, and now after 3rd month that person found another person with whom he or she is much comfortable. Now what is happening? You are little bit sad, dukh comes, दुखी हो गए आप थोड़ा. You are in a state of little bit pain, दुख हो रहा है. क्या हो रहा है ये? in a side, the side effect of दुख is sadness और painfulness का side effect क्या है? द्वेष. You would start hating that person with whom the second person is going on. जिसके साथ वो जा रहा है उससे द्वेष हो रहा है, उससे नहीं जिसके जो आपके साथ था. आपको उससे द्वेष हो रहा है, हेट्रेट फील कर रहे हैं जिसका साथ उसने ले लिया है. Hate. This dvesh, malice is a kind of next stage. Now suppose after 4th month you saw, okay fine, let me consider it, you are able to make yourself in a state of have patience. Okay, let's see how many days this friendship goes on. आप देख रहे थे, observe कर रहे थे, 1 महीना हो गया. After 1 month, 2 months, then 3 months. So 1 semester is going to end. अब 6 महीने पूरे होने वाले हैं. And you joined in July, the December is coming. Now you are seeing like the person is much more comfortable with the same person, and now he or she has forgotten me completely. अब आपको क्या शुरू होगा? Next possible stage of the psychological stage, it's a psychological stage, automatically comes to you. I was trusting that person so much, I told everything about my back life till I joined NIT Rourkela, and now that person is much comfortable with another one. Might be there would be a situation that he or she would explain or tell everything about the secrets which were belonging to my life. अब आपको डर शुरू होगा. क्या डर है? This is अभिनिवेश, fear of losing something. कुछ खो जाएगा. या तो मैं वो दोस्त खो चुका होऊंगा जिसको मैंने पाया था in the starting of the session July. Number 2, either I would lose my friend or I would lose my secrets. And the highest most possible fear is the losing your life, that is death. So cycle is started from limited knowledge, avidya, moved to asmita. Dominant I-ness relates everything that is outside of us with us, my possessions, I am this. Then feels pleasure and happiness with the things outside of us. Engages in high level of attachments, rag. And once your rag is going to be shattered little bit or completely, you are in a state of dvesh immediately. And your dvesh dominates to get converted into abhinivesh, fear of losing something. So just apply the same structure to your life. Because of limited knowledge, we are here. We relate ourselves the whole of the life with all the things which are available in our surroundings. Asmita, ये मेरा है, ये मेरा पेन है, ये मेरी कुर्सी है, ये मेरा नाम है, ये मेरी डिग्री है, बहुत खुश होते हैं. And we are in a complete attachment, strong attachment with all the possessions we have. Once there is something which is going to be or we lose something, immediately we feel pain. कोई चीज़ खो जाए, आपका मोबाइल रोज आपके पास रहता है, आप अचानक से कहीं गिर गया तो आप देखिए आपकी क्या हालत होती है. Immediately you start feeling pain. And suppose somebody else have found that thing which was belonging to you, immediately आपके पास कंडीशन आ जाएगी, अरे मेरा तो बहुत सारा डेटा चोरी हो जाएगा, मेरी फ़ोटोज़ का मिसयूज़ हो सकता है. अभिनिवेश, fear, psycho fear. of everything. So you can apply this, you see this cycle is universal, nobody is out of this cycle, we all are in the same cycle. And what happens after this abhinivesh till we are getting the fear of death? In the meantime, between the life and the death, everything is there. So जब तक यहाँ नहीं पहुँचे तब तक क्या क्या होगा? If you are having fear of losing your friend and you are in complete stage of hatred with the person who is accompanying your friend, तो आप क्या करेंगे? जाने दो, मुझे क्या करना है, मैं भी दूसरा friend बना लेता हूँ. I will also go for another. You would enter into the next cycle. Next cycle. एक cycle खत्म हुई, वो भी कैसे खत्म हुई? You know it, how it ended. You would enter into the next one. Again with the limited knowledge, you would pin another person, you would go and try to get contact or communicate with another person, you would do the same thing, and then again the same process goes on. Until and unless you are going to leave NIT Rourkela, 4 years are over, then again अभी आपको पता है separation होने वाला है, हम जा रहे हैं अलग अलग, तो चलो फ़ोन पे टच पे रहेंगे. Maybe we are not in a contact physically or in face to face, then also we would be in contact. This is a method so that we can maintain this kind of attachment. ये attachment ही है जिसको हम maintain करके रखना चाहते हैं, क्योंकि हम नहीं चाहते कि साइकिल इसके आगे कहीं जाए. हम चाहते हैं हमेशा इस पोर्शन पे स्टक रहना. सुख, सुख, the pleasure part is so dominating that we always want to be in the state of sukha. And if anything that comes as negative to the sukha, we try to eliminate it. We try to get so many of the ways to maintain our sukha. And in the search of this sukha, we initiate so many cycles again and again, again and again. With each and every person, we are in the continuous cycle. और ऐसा कभी नहीं होगा कि सुख के बाद दुख नहीं आएगा, वो आएगा ही आएगा, लेकिन हम अपनी साइकी में उसको सुख की तरह ही बना के रखना चाहते हैं. सो द प्रॉब्लम इज वी आर नॉट रियलाइजिंग व्हाट सुख इज. सो सी इन द स्लाइड्स व्हाट इज देयर. The cycle of sufferings keeps on moving and the bound individual does not realize its mobility. It's universal. It is a cycle, so cycle will be moving. It's not going to be static. The bound individual remains moving in the same cycle again and again in the lust of attaining the pleasure. Lust of attaining the pleasure, sukh. And this bound individual is very delimited in the powers. So doesn't realize the fact that one is getting entangled in the cycle because of one's own lust for the pleasure, which is in its real sense a delimited happiness, delimited happiness. You are finding happiness with one person, then again your happiness shifts to another person, then again your happiness shifts to the next one, delimited happiness. That is sukha abhas. Split the word sukha abhas. This is sukha and plus abhas. Abhas is appearance. It is not the real sukh, but it appears to us it is a sukh, it is a pleasure part. So this is sukha abhas, means it is just an appearance of the pleasure, not the real pleasure. So bound individual is supposed to desire for attainment of ultimate unending happiness, जिसका ख़त्म कहीं ना हो, जिसका एंड ना हो, वो आनंद होगा. तो इस सुख से आनंद में जो ट्रांजिशन है वो आपके योग का लक्ष्य है, गोल ऑफ द योग, पर्पस ऑफ द योग, rather than for the delimited one which is mere an appearance. And on the basis of the same cycle, you see the beginning or the origin of anger. The lust of pleasure is immediately followed by rag, your attachment, which shows its presence in stages. Still the bound individual does not realize that this is something temporary, not eternal. So bound individual tries to hold on the same attained pleasure for a long period of time, even if the cycle of sufferings has moved on. This is the situation which creates strong captivation of the attachment and makes the individual suffer more and more. So just move on. आप लोग ने सबसे ज़्यादा यूज़ करते हैं ना ये वर्ड, just move on. क्या है just move on? You have to accept, acceptance of the reality that the cycle has moved on. ऐसा नहीं है कि आप चल के कहीं मूव कर जाएंगे, ठीक है. मूव ऑन का मतलब ये थोड़ी ना है, Move on का मतलब है you have to give the acceptance to the reality that the cycle has moved on. After this point of sufferings, there comes the reactionary response. Now there is a reactionary response which tries to cross the limitations of the powers. They are termed as the byproduct of your sufferings. अब आपके अंदर पावर तो है, भले ही डॉर्मेंट स्टेज में है, लिमिटेड है, but you are a kind of energy packet of the same pure consciousness, reflected consciousness. So you possess the powers inside, and because of this stage, now you are not able to deal with that kind of suffering. Immediately there is a reaction towards the situations which are in front of you right now. So these byproducts are Krodh, first byproduct is Krodh, dominating one. Frustration, depression, anxiety, mood fluctuations, among which anger is the most dominating byproduct. Rest of the byproducts are show their impact on the consciousness of the bound individual in due course of time, slowly, but anger appears abruptly and immediately. So a lot of the cases of violence, domestic violence, physical violence, verbal violence, ये जो हमारे सराउंडिंग्स में चल रहे हैं लगातार, उसका रीज़न क्या है? एंगर. एंगर कहाँ से आता है? You see, attraction, habituation, obsession and addiction, then attachment, and attachment leads to the sukh. Between sukh and dukh there is the byproduct anger. सुख से दुख में कोई मूव नहीं करना चाहता, लेकिन वो मूव ऑटोमेटिकली होता है और हम जब समझते नहीं है, हम चाहते हैं कि हम यहीं पे बने रहें, ऐसा होगा नहीं. So in the transition phase there is the dominating byproduct anger, Krodh, abruptly comes. Sometimes you see your father becomes very too angry. I have explained the story of Nachiketa perhaps in the previous course. Nachiketa is a 8 years old boy, I told you, and his father was performing yajna. So यज्ञ परफॉर्म करने वाला पिता अपने आप में एक श्रेष्ठ पिता है. But once the Nachiketa is seeing my father has taken this vow that I would surrender everything which is belonging to me. That means it is a possession of me. And when he sees that he is keeping good cows for himself and he is just giving other ones to other people, then he says to whom you are going to give me? मुझे किसको दोगे? मैं भी तो आपका पोजीशन हूँ ना, मुझे किसको दोगे? For once father ignores, second time again he says मुझे किसको दोगे? कस्मिन किसको दोगे? मैं आपका पोजीशन हूँ, whom you are going to give me? So again he ignores. At the third time when he says the same line, he says I would give you to the death of God, यम को दे दूंगा तुम्हें. Immediately the boy fainted. क्योंकि अभी वो यज्ञ में बैठे थे, हवन में ऑलरेडी उनकी एनर्जी बहुत ज़्यादा थी और लड़का बहुत छोटा है, बच्चा बहुत छोटा है, 8 साल का बच्चा है, और वो देख रहा है कि पिता क्या कर रहे हैं. उनका व्रत है कि वो अपना सब कुछ दान कर देंगे, लेकिन वो कर क्या रहे हैं? अच्छी अच्छी गायें बचा के अपने लिए रख रहे हैं और खराब खराब सबको दिए दे रहे हैं. सो ये तो नहीं हुआ यज्ञ. तो पूछते हैं कि मुझे किसको दोगे, और उस प्रश्न के उत्तर में उन्हें क्रोध आ जाता है. एंड ही सेज लाइक आई वुड गिव यू टू यम. And immediately the boy fainted. See, this anger is such a byproduct, comes automatically in any of the kind of situation, doesn't matter to which cadre you belong. It's very, very natural, universal. So in the cycle of sufferings, if you want to take a control over that, if you want to identify after understanding all these things, if you want to ask me what are the possible means, इनको कैसे कंट्रोल में लाएंगे, किस रास्ते पे चलना चाहिए कि ये सब कंट्रोल हो जाए. So now Patanjali explains the ways of controlling them. First is the non-attachment and detachment. The original word is vairagya, and second he says abhyasa. What is vairagya? Two types. First is parvairagya and second is aparvairagya. Parvairagya, you see, some persons translate the vairagya as detachment while some person use the term non-attachment, but they are totally different. How? Vairagya is of two types, par and apar. So apar vairagya is non-attachment, while par vairagya is detachment. तो दोनों चीज़ें साथ साथ हैं. कैसे होंगी? Non-attachment is to perform action without expectation of its fruit. You have given the examinations. Now you know which kind of paper you have done. So now it's gone. It's the past thing. So अब आपको उसके fruit पर नहीं टिकना है कि कितने marks आए होंगे. If you are completely stuck with the fruits of your previous actions, you won't be performed in the contemporary time. That means in the current time space coordinates. For your performance in the current coordinates of time and space, you need to come out of the attachment of the fruits of your previous actions. This is non-attachment. Second, detachment. Establishment of discriminative knowledge between Prakriti and Purush. That means primordial matter is different and consciousness is different. Even if somebody dies, then also I am not supposed to do shok for that person. In the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, when Krishna is telling Arjun, यही तो कह रहे हैं, अर्जुन कह रहे हैं कि ये सब मर जाएंगे और सब मेरे ही रिश्तेदार हैं, मेरे गुरु हैं, मेरे संबंधी हैं, रक्त संबंधी हैं. So उस सब के लिए दुख है उनको. And in that case, Krishna is saying that there is, you understand the actual content of Atma. Atma never dies. यही तो बोला जाता है कि आत्मा ना तो, आत्मा क्या है, उसका श्लोक कौन सा है? Anyone who remembers the characteristics of Atman. ना एनम छिन्दन्ति शस्त्राणि, ना एनम दहति पावकः, नैनम शोष्यति वापः. So उसके बाद भी वो कहते हैं, एक और श्लोक आता है, उसके बाद भी वो ये बोलते हैं कि those who know this, the truth about this consciousness, they don't make शोक. वो लोग शोक नहीं करते. जो विद्वान होते हैं, those who are intellectuals, those who understand the discriminative knowledge between Purush and Prakriti, they know that this consciousness is eternal. You are not going to kill any kind of consciousness. So that's why they don't do शोक. वो दुख नहीं करते, इस तरह का दुख जैसा तुम कर रहे हो कि मैं युद्ध नहीं लड़ूंगा क्योंकि ये सब मर जाएंगे. तो ये जो शोक है ये आता है डिटैचमेंट से. सो इन अ सेंस वैराग्य इज ऑफ टू टाइप्स. वन इज पर, अदर इज अपर. पर वैराग्य इज योर, you say par vairagya is your detachment, the discriminated knowledge, and upper vairagya is performing all the actions without the attachment with the fruits. This is the first category. Once you understand this kind of thing, or you make these two things in the practice, in your practice, you bring these two things in your practice, after a longer period of time or slowly, after a significant duration, you have to reach to the next stage, that is Niruddha stage. So, merely understanding what Vairagya is not going to give you any fruit. It's not sufficient to serve you. Once you bring this thing into practice, then it is going to give you the fruits, or it is going to show you the results. So, abhyas is the second one. वैराग्य को समझना है, वैराग्य का अभ्यास करना है. तो अभ्यास क्या है? The controlling or the practice of controlling the fluctuations of the consciousness is abhyas, practice. The stage of chitta where sattva dominates over other gunas, that is rajas and tamas, that stage is ekagra stage. That stage is the state of constant flow of consciousness. For maintaining this constant flow, mental practice is being done, and this mental practice is named as abhyas. So, mental practice is abhyas, but for what? To concentrate one's consciousness at a single locus. That means ekagra chitta. आप निरुद्ध पे इतनी जल्दी नहीं पहुंच सकते, लेकिन एकाग्र पे आप बहुत लंबे समय तक खुद को रख सकते हैं. That's why abhyas is that in which you have to maintain your chitta at ekagra state. Then the means of practice which are necessary for maintaining this constant flow of consciousness are classified into two parts. First is external part, second is internal part, and that's why we have total 8 stages of yoga. The practice becomes strong and firm when the means of practice are accomplished for longer term, constantly and faithfully. See the three things. If somebody says like मैंने एक दिन में योग सिद्ध कर लिया, तो ऐसा कोई है ही नहीं. एक दिन में योग सिद्ध नहीं होगा. लॉन्ग टर्म, बहुत लंबा समय चाहिए. constantly without interruptions. You cannot take skips, and then faithfully you trust that there is a consciousness there that is inside of you, and you can magnify the potencies of your delimited consciousness first of all. So, confidence within your consciousness. These three things are required to enable the practice of Vairagya, par and apar. This kind of firm practice becomes hard to be deviated from one pointedness or ekagra state of chitta, so fluctuations becomes ineffective. That is why those people who are very trained, they are, or you perceive them, they are very good at the level of concentration. They are just because they are able to hold their chitta in ekagra state, condensed form of consciousness, concentrated form of consciousness. So, in these 8 stages, this abhyas is explained how to do this abhyas in through these 8 stages: yam, niyam, asan, pranayam, pratyahar, dharana, dhyan, samadhi. And see, external means are yam, niyam, asan, pranayam, pratyahar. External, why? Because they are related with the annamaya kosh, the gross structures more and more. Maximally they can deal with the breath, shwash, respiration, inspiration, expiration. So, these are focused on those only, that is why they are bahirang, external. Once you involute yourself after mastering these 5 stages, then they would become dharana, dhyan and samadhi inside of you. You are going to upgrade the chitta inside, the consciousness is going to be upgraded slowly. So, from the next class onwards, I will take you through these 8 stages one by one. For this, from these slides, we can have few questions. For example, if you are being asked a long question in the exam, explain the types of fluctuations of consciousness in detail. So, क्या लिख सकते हैं, क्या आएगा इसमें? Fluctuations of consciousness in detail. Fluctuations of consciousness. First, first can be, it can be of sattvic, rajasic, tamasic, so it can be answered like fluctuate. There is a cycle of fluctuation and impression. Then from the previous lecture, I explained the classification of fluctuations of consciousness as klisht and aklisht. Then you can write in detail. Second, explain the cycle of sufferings with example. First one, avidya. Avidya is what? You have to describe it. Limited knowledge. Limited knowledge, do not forget to write it. There is a confusion between among the scholars, like avidya is what? Ignorance means without any knowledge, absence of knowledge, or delimited knowledge or limited knowledge. So, it is limited knowledge. मैं जानता हूँ लेकिन बहुत कुछ नहीं जानता या सब कुछ नहीं जानता, थोड़ा थोड़ा जानता हूँ. So, मेरी जो limited knowledge है वो मेरी अविद्या है और कुछ नहीं. First is avidya. Second, asmita, dominated I-ness, then rag, attachment, then dvesh, then abhinivesh. So, avidya, limited knowledge, asmita, dominant I-ness or ego, individuality, rag, attachment which brings pleasure, sukh, and dvesh, pain, that is dukh, and then abhinivesh, fear of losing something or anything. Clear? So, in you can draw the cycle as per the marks or as per the question. Now, we can have few fill the blanks. For example, restriction of presented ideas is pratyay. Remember this word, this is pratyay. ठीक है? Pratyay. Gyrating ideas are known as pratyay. This is a technical term, no translation. So, restriction of the gyrating ideas or presented ideas in the consciousness is known as pratyay nirodh. In English, if you want to write it, you can write the stopping of fluctuations, stopping of the pratyayas or controlling the pratyay. Pratyay is a technical term, no translation, pratyay nirodh. So, we have 3 stages. First is vritti nirodh, second is pratyay nirodh, third is samskar nirodh. Clear? Second, restriction of subliminal activators, samskar nirodh. Subliminal activators can bring you back in the lowest stage, that is kshipta stage of chitta. Third, the reactionary response of consciousness which tries to cross the limitations of powers of bound individual are termed as byproducts. They are the byproducts. And who is the dominating byproduct? Anger, krodh. Dominancy of sattvic impression leads to dominancy of sattvic impressions. If you are making sattvic impressions dominant, exit from the cycle, escape or exit from the cycle. You have to take the exit from the cycle of fluctuations and impressions. Non-attachment is to perform actions with or without expectations of its fruit. Detachment is the establishment of what? Difference, discriminative knowledge between primordial matter and Purush. Then the practice of controlling the fluctuations of consciousness is Abhyas. Few byproducts of sufferings are anger, frustration, depression and anxiety, mood fluctuation and so many. The all psychological variations coming under the same head. Okay. So, for this lecture this is sufficient. Thank you.